Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday, everybody. All things said in this video are alleged and from my opinion only, and is used for entertainment purposes. Tonight's episode it says it's season 8, episode 4, Keep My Wife's Name Out of Your Mouth. Now, what can I say about this episode? Probably going to be jumping around a bit because I really don't remember everything for real, for real. I remember seeing Martell and Neil having a conversation. Martell takes no accountability at all for anything. I feel like Neil didn't ask the necessary questions. Now, I do feel like Chris, when he had a conversation with Martell, I felt like he asked more questions than Neil did. Even with Neil, when she saw, or when Martell gave her his phone to show her the message that he sent, he didn't show the picture, because now he's like, he don't have a picture, he deleted the picture. But like Chris told him when they had their conversation, you ain't just get arrested or a warrant being issued just for this text message. It's just not happening. What was that picture? Now he gonna tell Chris to ask Mel to see the picture, but you were the one that sent it. You sent it, which means you had it. So after you done did your dirt, done did your bullshit and put it out there, now you want to delete everything. But your little bird, who's the reason that all this came out in the first place, was doing all that talking because she said she saw it, she had the video of it, and she could send it to people. But now you want to get on TV screen and say you don't have it. It wasn't a video. It wasn't a video, but it was a picture or a still shot of what was on that video. That's the part you keep leaving out. Now, Chris asked you, was anybody naked? You go, no. Bunch of a lie, and the truth ain't in your ass. You're lying. You're lying. Ain't no, why else would them folks? Because at that time, all they had did was, arrested you. But dude, you done been convicted. You have been found guilty. So tell me, it was just a simple picture, huh? It was just a simple picture. And you sit here and say that she was bullying you. That's your state. That's what you're trying to stick to. That she was bullying you, even though you were the one that was online talking all that shit. You were the one that started this. Then when she responds, now you being bullied. Come on, man. You supposed to be a man, but you ain't giving man. You giving bitch, for real. Because who does that? Martell Hope. That's who does that. Because now you blaming her for your BS. But with Neil, I felt like she should have gone harder in her questions. She probably still was gonna get some messed up answers, or she still was gonna get fed a bunch of lies because Chris got fed them. But I felt like he did try to hold him more accountable than what Neil did, because all Neil was like, when you tried to release revenge P on her, and that was wrong, you shouldn't have been doing that. And he basically told her he didn't do this, but then he sat there and called you a mistress to your face, homegirl, or a side chick or a coleslaw or whatever he called you to your face. But you steadily want to sit up here and say you don't agree with him get locked up. But he ain't got no problem calling your butt a side chick, a married lady of 30 years. But you gonna sit here and say, well, he was separated and you didn't know. And it may be true. He may have been separated. I don't know. I wasn't there. But at the end of the day, whether he was separated or not, he was still legally married, which makes you, even though you want to hear it, and I hate to agree with the whore, the hotel whore, but that technically makes you a side chick, Miss Neil. I mean, you may not want to be that. You might not like the connotation that comes with it. But at the end of the day, if we're going to call a spade, homegirl, you are a side chick. I guess you're a reformed side chick, but you still, at the end of the day, you are a side chick. But hey, it is what it is. But I didn't really get a whole lot out of that scene because I felt like Martell was full of bullshit as always. And I didn't feel like Neil really held him accountable as hard as she could have, since she want to claim him as her brother. If that had been my brother, I would have been all up in his ass. I'm sorry, but that's Neil for you, I guess. Because all things she want to talk about is how, you know, what Lexi is saying and how it's affecting her. Yeah, she putting it out there. She put it out there that you were a side chick. It is what it is, homegirl. But you've been married 30 years now, so ain't nothing nobody can do about it at this point. But hey, you were a side chick. Now, when it comes to what's that girl name? Trisha. Um, I can relate to what she was saying as far as when she was stating about how, she lost her parents within 6 months of each other and then turned around and lost her sister. And so she was like real angry and mad and didn't believe in anything or anybody or any powers. And I can understand that. I can understand that. I mean, we all know when we go through things, it makes us angry and you lash out. I remember when I felt a lot of guilt when my father and my mother passed, especially my mother, because I wasn't with her when she died, but I was with my father when he passed. I personally wouldn't wish that on anyone because that was trying time because we all go through things in our lives. So I understand the pain and the anger that she felt. I also can relate to that pain and that anger causing you to push people away from you. So I appreciated her opening up and letting us see a glimpse of who she is. And when you're going through stuff like that, you expect the people that say they love you really to be there for you. And what I gathered from what she was saying is when she was going through those trying times in her life, the husband currently, because she technically is not divorced either, so evidently he wasn't being the man she felt like he should have been, or he wasn't holding her down and supporting her as she was going through her trials and tribulations. Instead, he was causing more trials and tribulations. We can't say what he did, but just based off of the conversation that she was having with Stormy, it made me think, or it gave me pause as to believe there was a lot that was going on in her mind and the things that he was doing while she was suffering and going through the pain of dealing with the loss of her loved ones. And that's a lot of loss to deal with in a short period of time. So I can understand the hurt, the pain, the frustration, all of that. I can understand it. Now, I had questions as regards to her and Stormy, but towards the end of the episode, she stated, or should I say, in the next preview for the next episode, she stated how her and Stormy became so close. Because I was going to be saying, hold up, you from Huntsville and Stormy is from Mississippi. How y'all get to be so close and so tight? But she explains that she met Stormy through Courtney because they went to school together and they became real close. So I understand that now, because before I was like, hold up. So some ain't right here. But yeah. Now, this whole situation with Maurice, Marceau and Moses, I wasn't really vibing with the conversation. Now, Marceau, I have to agree with some things with Marceau, because they're right when they say a marriage is, marriage is work by itself without having to deal with all the outside noise. And people been on his ass by his marriage. He's right about that. They've been in his ass by his marriage and his back being plastered across these screens, and him going to Africa and saying he didn't have service and allegedly messing with the white chick. And it's a lot. I mean, if nobody else on this cast has gotten drugged on the book of social media, it has been Marceau and Tisha. They done dragged their ass from they've been being dragged. But in actuality, I feel like it's a lot of it. I can't agree with people coming for the marriages. However, it's the stuff that Marceau does that makes people question a lot of things. And then Tisha acts like, she just got this blind loyalty. But evidently, all the talk got to her, because based off the conversations, some stuff penetrated through the cracks. And I guess it almost cost his marriage. But from what we see, they're still together, and hopefully things work out for them in a way that's best for them. And I just hope Marceau shows his wife more respect than he has been. I just feel like he's been disrespectful to her a lot over the past seasons. Now, hopefully it'll get better. Can't make no promises on that, but hopefully it will. I'm not really Moses isn't. I'm not really into Moses. Really not, because he's giving me. He is definitely giving Martell vibes. Um, he thinks he knows everything, but then Marcel gives he thinks he knows everything also. But he is giving he thinks he knows everything and think he has an answer for everything. He hasn't encountered what he will encounter based on the comments, the thousands or millions of people that are going to start talking about him. He hasn't encountered that yet, but he feels like he can handle it. And I guess he's one of those stubborn people that think, okay, this is gonna be a cakewalk. I can do this. And maybe he can. Maybe old Sunny Girl has gotten him prepared for what's to come. Maybe. Probably not. We're gonna see how it really plays out. But I'm really not feeling Moses. I'm really not. I'm really not. Um, I feel like Maurice should have just stayed out of the conversation because now he wants to talk about how when him and Kimmy got together, how they were talking about she was a side chick. Hell, still saying she was a side chick, or she was, because even in your statement today, when you made your statement on the show today, you said, you have been separated from Kyle for a year before you met Kimmy, but you still didn't say you were divorced when you met Kimmy. So that technically still makes her a side chick based off of the fact that she wasn't, based off of the fact that you were not divorced. Because if we gonna call it for Neil, we calling it for Kimmy. It ain't no difference. Same thing. Um, so I felt like he should have just stayed out of that conversation. Then it's amazing all the stuff that transpires on social media because today, what happened to Maurice, other than he gets arrested for DUI, and he has a hold, which means my understanding is if you got a hold, even if you got a bond, you can't be released. You're still going to be held in jail until such time as, I guess, you see the judge or you go wherever else you have a hold for. So I guess the way it's looking, Maurice might be spending Memorial Day weekend in the Huntsville County Jail or city jail or whichever one he's in. But it's amazing how all these what they say, what's that statement? A roost, all the stuff come home to roost or something like that. I can't really think of it, but I know what I'm thinking of, but I just can't really think of the actual terminology. But hey, it is what it is. Who else do we have? I completely forgot about the Destiny, Kimmy, and Tisha conversation. It really it didn't move me, and a whole lot of these conversations on this show tonight moved me because Destiny sitting here saying she ain't got no smoke, but she bucking her eyes talking about bringing some smoke. What? Why you want to bring smoke? You saying you ain't got the smoke, but I'm not even feeling it now. I see where Kimmy was quick to say about how, or was that Tisha? One of the two was telling Destiny that Mel had her back as relates to the Sunny situation. I don't see how that was a big thing because any woman in their right mind would have had not so much as had Destiny's back as to they know right from wrong. And regardless as to whether or not you like Destiny, we all got to look at the thing and be like, yeah, that was kind of messed up of Sunny to do. and Moses, being as she was in that close of a proximity to Destiny, whether she felt Destiny was her friend or not, that still was too close of proximity to this woman for you to go around and mess with the dude that she had been with. So yeah. Now I feel like any woman would see it that way, even if you don't see it for Destiny. And most of us, well, a lot of us don't see it for Destiny. And I don't. I really don't. Now, will that change? I can't say. Only thing I can go off of is day by day or episode by episode. We're gonna see what she shares, and if this season is gonna be more of a opening up of who she is, so we're gonna learn more about her this season. We shall see. Because even at the end of the episode where Destiny and Moses was talking, and that was basically the preview that we have been seeing already. I've I felt like it's not necessarily a conversation that really needed to be had, because if he wanted to have that conversation, he should have had that conversation before they got married. And for Destiny, she keeps saying, well, I stay in Huntsville. They came to Huntsville to me. They came to me. I don't feel like it's so much as they came to you as they were trying to be a part of the show. And the show is being filmed in Huntsville. So where else were they gonna go if they were trying to be a part of the show? As far as I just thought she shouldn't have been sitting there trying to make him explain when him and Sonny got together. Because at this point, who cares? Destiny, who cares? Him and Sonny are married at this point. Who gives a flip when they got together? Because you said y'all were broken up because you chose you. He said he sent you a message, or he told you maybe we should split back in April. So regardless as to when y'all split, evidently y'all were split at the time that him and Sonny got together. And it probably was an overlap. It probably was. There's probably a very good chance that there was overlap. But at this point, it doesn't matter, because him and her are together. They are married. It looks like time they got married, they started IVF. So they really trying to rush this family. They trying to that's my question. Why are they trying to have a baby so soon? How old is Sonny? I don't know. But that's kind of soon, because time y'all got married, y'all already talking about babies. So y'all sure y'all weren't messing around before him and Destiny split for real, for real? Because the way it sounded, since y'all so quick to try to have babies, maybe y'all was together while him and Destiny were literally together. So it wasn't that big of a jump from to looks like time Destiny rolled out, Sonny was rolling in. So was y'all, you know, um doing by trips to St. Louis when Destiny come back to Huntsville, then Sonny was going to St. Louis? I mean, what was it? Because that is a quick overlap. And it gives me you and Sonny were already messing around before you and Destiny split. But that's what that gives me. I could be wrong. I wasn't there. This is just my opinion. This is just what I'm getting based off the show. And I know he's saying he's trying to, clear his wife's name. But what really can you clear? Both of y'all were in the wrong. It's foul. It is what it is. There's really not a whole lot that I'm taking from this episode, because like I said, it didn't move me for real. But I forgot about Neil, so she wasn't inviting Martell to his birthday party, and he had a whole lot to say in the little confessionals and stuff that he didn't say to her face, but he definitely called her a side chick. But this is, I don't understand how um Neil and Chris can sit there and do all this taking up for Martell and coddling to Martell, and he sit there and he do the stuff that he does to them. Cause he straight up told both of y'all she's side chick. And Chris got in his little feelings trying to check him. But at the end of the day, the only reason he tried to do that is because people were in his ass in these comments last season about how he lets Martell do his wife. But I guess he's trying to do a little better this season, but it's not changing anything because at the end of the day, we still see you how we see you. Now I can appreciate how he tried to hold him accountable for the situation with Mel. Now he did what he could to try to hold him accountable for that, but outside of that, it was what it was. I guess he gonna try to get him to sell the house. I don't know why Martell trying to sell or rent the house. He ain't got nowhere to stay, do he? Allegedly, he might need to, try to stay there for himself and try instead of trying to sell it or rent it out or whatever he's trying to do. But who knows? But tonight's episode really didn't move me. We're gonna see next week when Tisha gets all this alcohol in her and she gonna decide she wanna get booked, and I don't know, it's giving liquid courage. But I don't know. She said she wasn't gonna be taking the shot. She wasn't gonna let people be jabbing at her anymore. She's gonna be swatting down all those jabs. So hopefully we're gonna see how this season plays out. But it's gonna be interesting. It is definitely going to be interesting. Hopefully everybody is being, held accountable for everything they're doing. Everything I want everything that's being done undercover. I'd appreciate it, or I would like to see it all come out where everybody, finds out the truth, who's being wrong for this, that, and the third. And I feel like everybody that was wronged should, people should make apologies and make amends, and hopefully they can move forward more cordially and in a better space. Now, I don't feel like Mel is ever really gonna be friends with any of these people, because at this point, why would you want to be? I don't see a reason why she should want to be friends with any of them, because who's doing anything for her for them? Because it's like every time something's done, somebody want to throw shade about this, that, and the third. Now, I used to think Kimmy was a cool chick, but Kimmy done made me side eye her. And even with the stuff that she's doing now, it's still shady and stuff. But now she's gonna have her own situation that she got to deal with outside of this. Now that old lover boy Maurice got himself arrested, and I a part of what she was telling Tisha about them working together. Now, if you know that you're a pain in the ass and you're gonna be a pain in the ass, why would you want your family to work with you? Because that's gonna cause issues. Now you got deadlines you want to meet. Based off of the lawsuits that we have heard, Marceau has not completed any assignments. So why would you want him to do any work for you? Because Maurice wanted it. So now y'all, at the end of the day, y'all gonna end up fighting because Kimmy gonna be mad, and they're gonna cause conflict between her and Marceau, which in turn is gonna cause some conflict between her and Tisha. Why would y'all even try to mix business and family like that? Why would y'all do that? Kimmy had already said way back when that had they not been married to brothers, she would even be friends with Tisha. But now you want, girl, I ain't got that's all I got. 'Cause, yeah. Hopefully, as the season goes on, maybe I have something more. But yeah, these episodes ain't giving what it needs to be giving. But that's it for tonight, or that's it for me. I hope everyone has a wonderful night. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know that you are here and that you're listening to me, and where I can improve different things. I'm still, well, still, I am a very new content creator. So it's all new and different for me. But I pray that everyone have a wonderful night and y'all have a great day. Bye bye.